Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Monster Man. So I got the old DVD right here. You got that nice rental sticker. New release, new rental. You gotta love that. I love like whenever DVDs have like the little rental sticker, like the Hollywood Video Blockbuster sticker. You gotta love that stuff. There's the back. There's the main antagonist looking hecka creepy right there. So yeah, this movie, I don't know if people really know about it. I did not know about it. The reason that I picked this up on eBay recently. The reason that I decided to buy it on eBay is because, um, you know, it was just Christmas a while ago, and my birthday's in December too. So, you know, I got all the presents going on. I got the birthday presents, Christmas presents, all that. So, I was stocked up with presents, and every year my family's like, "What can I get you? What would you like for Christmas? What's on your Christmas list?" And I'm always like, "Yo, may I please just get some eBay gift cards, because your boy wants to. I like the only thing I want to buy for Christmas or whatever, like with my Christmas gift cards. I just want to buy like out of print DVDs and Blu-rays, because I love streaming, huge fan of streaming, but you can't always get everything on streaming. Some stuff's not on streaming, some stuff comes and goes, so sometimes you gotta cash out on the physical, the physical media. So I was just, I had some specific like out of print movies that I wanted to buy, but then I was just on eBay and I was like getting recommendations, and I was literally just searching up out of print horror movies and just going through like page after page after page, and like finding a bunch of new movies I've never heard of and like adding them to my likes or whatever. So I came across this, and I was able to pick it up pretty cheap. I think I got it like for like $10, and yeah, like once I found the movie, I did some research on it, and it looked kind of unique and entertaining. So I was like, I gotta check that out, and I'm glad I checked this out because I was a fan of this movie. I thought it was good. It was a solid movie. It, it's it's not like some huge big budget horror movie. It's like a direct to DVD horror movie, but I don't care. I thought it was extremely entertaining, and it had that like backwoods vibe, you know? Like something like a Wrong Turn or a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I love those backwoods horror movies. I don't know. I can't get enough of them. Like the Wrong Turn franchise. I mean, there's some bad Wrong Turn movies, but for the most part, I do like quite a few of them. Well, like I wouldn't say for the most part, but like Wrong Turn 1, 2, and 4 are like extremely solid. I don't know. They just have that backwoods vibe. Um, this had that backwoods vibe in spades, so I really like that about it. But yeah, overall, I thought this was super solid. But this video is already I'm already kind of trailing off here. So before I get too deep in this review, I'm gonna give you all a little plot summary. So basically, I keep like fiddling with this DVD. I gotta like get this away from me. I'm having problems. I need like a fidget spinner or something. Do people remember those? I don't know. That was like 30 years ago. Fidget spinners irrelevant, but no, they're still cool. But I don't know. I need some sort of new age fidget toy. I need like an iPad in my hand or something. I don't know. But anyways, plot summary. I keep getting distracted. Plot summary. So you got this guy, Adam. He's driving along. He's driving across the country because this girl who he has a crush on is getting married, and he wants to like pull a move like Shrek and be like, I object, and he's trying to like stop the wedding and like profess his love to this woman, and then she's just gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, even though I've been dating this guy and we're about to get married and we have this beautiful relationship, I'm just gonna leave him for you because you objected to my wedding. That's his big plan, driving across the country to, you know, tell this girl how he feels, even though she's getting married. I don't know. He's got some crush on her. I don't know. I mean, I think she's already gonna get married. Like, that seems like a waste of time, but hey, to each his own. So yeah, Adam, he's driving across the country. That's his little mission. And his buddy Harley's with him. Like, he didn't want him to come, but like Harley just snuck in the car, and he like pops out with like a scary mask on and scares Adam. They're always like pranking each other, which I like. Like, their relationship was like very realistic and believable because I don't know, like I feel like I always do that with my friends. Like, we're always just, you know, like joking with each other, or especially when I was like super young, like you're always just like messing with each other. Like, there's always like that, like, you know, I don't know, you're always just like talking a little smack. So they kind of had that in spades. So their relationship was really believable. But yeah, anyways, they're driving across country to go to this wedding so Adam can profess his feelings. And you know, they're kind of in this backwoods area. It's kind of a rural area, and there's all these, you know, people. They're watching like monster trucks. It's kind of like a lower income area. You know, it's more of like a rural town. I just said that, but it's more like a farming vibe. It's not a big city, like and you know, these people, they're watching the monster truck derby or whatever the heck you call it, and like Harley's making fun of them, and then they're just driving on the road, and this monster truck runs them off the road. And for the rest of the movie, and then they pick up this like hitchhiker girl, and they both kind of have like a crush on her, and they're trying to get with her. And this deformed monster man in a monster truck is like chasing them and pursuing them and trying to kill them throughout the whole movie. So that is the basic plot summary. Now I'm going to get into, you know, just my overall review and some of the stuff that I have here in my notes for like points that I wanted to talk about. I already kind of mentioned, but I'm still going to like just gloss over them a second time, just because, you know, I took like so much time writing them down. It was like, you know, this is you know, these notes here. I write 90-page screenplays just to bring these videos to you all. You know, like I really plan this stuff out. I'm like sitting awake at night after I watch the movie, and I'm like, you know, I'm just like frantically writing down notes, like every little thing. I'm like, well, the cinematography in this scene, and well, the writing and the direction, you know, I go very in depth. So got a lot of notes here I gotta go over. I'm just fooling. I don't know. Maybe people think I'm funny on here. I don't know. Maybe people are like, yo, this guy, he's such a goober. Like, he's trying to be funny. Like, yo, I just want a review of Monster Man. Yo, get to the point. I'm trying to hear about Monster Man, homie. Yo, I came here to listen about Monster Man. This guy's just talking about his script that he wrote for the video. But anyways, let me get back into the review here. So yeah, I already mentioned this, but I thought their friendship was extremely believable. They're always pulling pranks on each other. Like Harley, he's got, you know, the scary mask on, and he's pranking Adam. Adam, like Harley's trying to like siphon gas at one point, and it's like actually the septic tank, and Adam just like doesn't tell him. And yeah, they're just like constantly fooling with each other. And there's like this banter where Harley's always calling him like he calls him like a wussy, which I don't like. I mean, they probably didn't want to say the other word, But I mean, there are F-bombs in this, so I don't know. But I mean, who the heck says, who the heck calls someone a wussy if you're not like 5 years old? But anyways, Harley's like calling Adam a wussy throughout the whole movie, and he's like, cause Adam's super uptight. He's like, he has to plan everything, and he has to be like really safe. I kind of related to Adam. I'm kind of like Adam. Like I'm like that. Like I had the club on my car, and I gotta like make sure my car is locked, and I'm very like neat and organized, and I like plan a lot. So I kind of related to Adam because my buddies back in the day, like I would be like real like particular about stuff being organized, and like when I was like really young, I would always like try to follow the rules, and I wasn't causing trouble. But then it would like fluctuate. Like when I was like really young, I was like crazy, hyper, and then like when I was in middle school, I was kind of like I was like really like, you know, I gotta get good grades and follow the rules. And then in high school, I was like crazy again. So I mean, I think the reason for that was, well, no, actually no, I'm just like that. But I mean, when I was like really high strung with it, I was off the Ritalin. So that'll get you going. That'll get you right. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, then I just like threw that junk out, and I'm like, and I just became crazy again. But I'm not saying like junk. Like if people, yeah, I know people that are grown adults who take those medications, and it helps them out. It's just for me personally, it didn't help me out. So I was like, get this out of my face. But anyways, yeah. So I kind of related to Adam because I'm kind of like high strung like that, and my homies would like always mess with me and stuff. And even with like, he's like messing with them about like kind of how he's like acting about this girl, where he's like, dude, she's got to be the right one, and you don't understand, she's the one, and I got feelings. He's like, what are you like talking about, man? Like this girl, she's got a man, like she doesn't even look at you like that. He's like, dude, you're being a wimp, you're wasting your time, like just go, holler at some other chick. Like I don't know, I feel like their friendship was just real. Like I feel like it was just like how friends talk. Like it felt authentic to me. Maybe some of the dialogue was like a little goofy, but overall I really like bought their relationship, and it felt like two real friends. It didn't feel like some Hollywood stuff. So I appreciated that. I already mentioned this as well, but I absolutely love a good backwoods horror movie, and I'm talking like Wrong Turn or Texas Chainsaw. I was like debating it in my head before I recorded. I was like, would the Friday the 13th movies be like a backwoods horror movie? And I was like, kind of, but then I don't know. I kind of classify those more with like Sleepaway Camp, and I would call those that would be like a summer camp slasher, and then like a backwoods horror movie or a backwoods slasher would be like a different category. It'd be more like Texas Chainsaw or Wrong Turn. I feel like they're kind of different. I don't know if that was even relevant to mention, but yeah, this is more in line with like Texas Chainsaw and Wrong Turn. But this movie is not even a slasher. Monster Man is not really a slasher at all, but it is a horror movie. So it's in the same realm. It's under the same umbrella. So yeah, I like the backwoods horror vibe. There's a lot of like, it's like this rural town. That's creepy because I used to always, like when I was growing up, I used to always go up north, and I would always get like creeped out. Like our cabin was like not near any other cabins, and we would just watch like creepy movies. Like I remember we watched the movie Sinister, and like that movie was like pretty creepy. And I was just like freaked out after. Like I would just, because we were so isolated, and it's like the hospital was far away, and I'm like, what if there's someone outside? Like whenever I would watch horror movies up north growing up, I would get freaked out. Like I would watch Goosebumps on the reg when I would go up north. Like there was this little mom and pop video store. There was like three it was funny. It was like this. It was a super small town where I would go up north. It was like there was like an Ace Hardware, a grocery store, and like a couple ice cream places, a gas station, but then there was like three video stores. So I mean, people were renting hecka heck of movies up there. So they always had Goosebumps DVDs. I would rent, like whenever I would go up north, I would just always rent Goosebumps DVDs. And there was like this little gazebo that we had, and there was like a TV, and I would just like watch Goosebumps like outside at night, and it was awesome. Like I remember, I would always rent I think it was Return of the Living Dummy, the first one. I forgot which one it was, but like all like the Return of the Living Dummies, like the ones with Slappy, I would watch those on repeat when I would go up north. I was like my dad would always like prank me, and he would like say like Slappy's lines. Like we would be like in upstairs in bed like going to sleep, and he would do like Slappy's voice, because he would like watch it with me, and he would like try to scare us. So that was always fun. But like it was funny. Like when we would go up north, I always was creeped out, and my dad would always prank people who, like, we'd always bring up our friends and stuff, and he would always prank everyone. He's like, yeah, like, just so you know, like, before we go up, I gotta warn you, there are some creepy people up there. There's this inbred family. You can't stare at them. They're a little self-conscious. They're all deformed. They're pretty messed up. They look a little scary, but you can't stare at them. They'll get really mad. And there's like word around town that they might be cannibals. They're really like reclusive. No one knows about them. And then like we were like little, so like he would say that to my buddies. Like we know, like my brother and I knew he was joking, but like our buddies would be like, they'd be like shaking, like, is there really a inbred family up there? I mean, are you serious? Like, what happens if you look at them? Are they dangerous? Like, so I don't know. I don't know. All these backwoods horror movies, they remind me of going up north and all that stuff. So I don't know. I really like them. And this movie, it just had that backwood feel throughout. And something else that I like about this is, like, I've said this in so many videos, and I was even talking to my coworker about this. Like, I was like driving him home, and I was like talking to him about the movie like Dead End that I watched for the channel and reviewed. I was just, because we like went on this like wrong street the other night, and it was like this turnaround. It was like dark and there was no streetlights. I'm like, oh, we're at the Dead End. I'm like, you ever seen the movie Dead End? And I'm like, oh, it's a great movie. But anyways, like, I was like, yeah, it's from the 2000s. I'm like, dude, the 2000s horror movies, they don't get the respect they deserve. Like, this movie had that. This came out in 2003. It just had that 2000s feel. Like, just everything about it, like the look, the dialogue, like it just felt like a 2000s horror movie. And even like the color grading, it had that kind of like yellow orange hue to the color grading, which I like. Like, a lot of 2000s movies had that. Like, the first Cabin Fever kind of has that, like in some scenes when they're in the woods. I like that look. But I don't know, I just like the vibe of 2000s horror movies. Like, I was telling them that, like, nobody, everyone talks about 80s horror movies, which I love. I think people should talk about 80s horror movies, because so many of the best horror movies, so many of the bona fide classics are from the 80s. But like, I don't know, there's something, I might be like biased because I like grew up in the 2000s or whatever, so I might have like nostalgia for that era of movies. But I don't know, I feel like 2000s horror movies are super solid, and they have a really good vibe. And I feel like when people are talking about like good eras of horror movies, like, I feel like the 2000s don't get talked about. And this might be a controversial statement, and I might get some hate for this, but the whole remake era of the 2000s, quite a few of those movies I really like. Like the 2003 Texas Chainsaw remake, I mean, that's like I'm gonna be honest, that's like my favorite movie in the Texas Chainsaw franchise. And the prequel, the beginning, is amazing. Like, the 2009 Friday the 13th, like, I saw that in theaters. That's like one of my favorite. That probably is my favorite Friday the 13th, which sounds crazy, but I'm like a younger cat, so like, you know, like I said, I'm like biased, but like that remake era is good. Even like the My Bloody Valentine remake's good, but like we're not gonna talk about the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. That junk was straight garbage in my opinion. Some of those remakes like suck, but I think that's a good era. This video, I'm just going off on so many tangents. This is gonna be so long, but I don't know. I actually got like a good amount of sleep, so I like actually feel good. So I'm like I have like some energy going on. I actually got like full 7 hours. Who would have thought? 'Cause I've been busy lately, man. Busy. But anyways, yeah, I like 2000s movies. So this is 2003. It's got that vibe. I dig it. It has that 2000s feel. Getting back into actually talking about the movie here. So just some like kind of funny random standout scenes. So I kind of sometimes I don't finish sentences on here because I'm like, you know, like I'll just like think it in my head and but I gotta like remember like, okay, people can't hear my thoughts, you know, they're not Professor X. I gotta like fully formulate sentences. So yeah, some other funny moments that I'm gonna get into are there's this one instance where there's this you know, there's this hitchhiker woman that they pick up, and Adam gets with her. He's like that's like a big part of his character. He's like kind of a wimp, and he's like a virgin too. So like, you know, Harley's like, dude, just like get with that hitchhiker chick. But then Harley's trying to get with the hitchhiker chick too. But it's a whole thing. But anyways, Adam gets with the hitchhiker chick, and they're you know, he's piping away on her. Well, I wouldn't really say that he's piping away because like she's on top. So I mean, he's not really piping away, but you know what I mean. Like he's you know, he's getting it on with this nice young lady, and you know, while they're you know, getting busy with it, just out of nowhere, this lady just starts talking dirty to Adam, but she's doing it like in a Yoda voice. And she's saying everything like Yoda would, like saying it backwards. She's like, "Sexy you are. Oh, your pipe game crazy it is." Or like, I don't know. I don't know how to talk like Yoda, man. I don't know. But anyways, like she's just like talking backwards, talking dirty to him like Yoda, and that was just like so random and so funny. And I don't know, I just really like that. Another like random and funny moment that I thought was absolutely awesome was, so the main antagonist, I'm just gonna call him Monster Man. So like Monster Man is basically pranking Adam and Harley, and he put some roadkill in Adam's bed, and Adam wakes up and he like tosses it, he like throws it, and it goes in Harley's bed, and Harley's having this dream where he's, you know, getting with some ladies, and yeah, he's having like a little sexual dream. So this fool starts fingering the roadkill, dude, and I was like, is this real? Like, I'm like, this is so fun. Like, are they going there? Like, this is insane. So Harley's just like fingering the roadkill, and like all his dialogue is so funny. He's like talking dirty, like you know, he's dreaming. He thinks he's getting with a lady, and then this fool, he licks the roadkill, like he's like going down on a lady, like he licks this bloody dead roadkill, and then he wakes up, and he's like totally freaked out, and it's just like, it's out of left field, it's super funny, it's like totally like a WTF moment. I love it. But the whole time I was thinking like, so Adam Adam was awake while Harley was doing that, why did he not wake him up right away? Like, I understand how they were like pranking each other and they did some like lighthearted pranks, but like, dude, if your homie's about to go down on some roadkill, like, you can't let that happen. That's like a little bit far for a prank. Like, that's a little. What if he f's around and gets like rabies or something? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, you were awake. You should have said, Harley, wake up. Like, you didn't have to wait until he was like legit licking the roadkill for like to say anything. Like, come on. But yeah, I don't know. Those are some standout scenes that I really liked. Something else that I really liked is, you know, Adam had like, there was actually like Adam actually had pretty good character growth. So the whole his whole character in the beginning was he's uptight, he's very cautious, he's kind of a wimp, he has no game, he gets no ladies, he's a loser. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's basically his character early on, and like throughout the movie, he like keeps gaining more confidence. He kind of gets more confidence with the ladies. He in the third act, he's just a total badass, and he's just fighting Monster Man and Monster Man's family, just like effing stuff up. Yeah, like he does like a total 180, and he just like he kind of glows up. He has a little glow up, like he becomes like the strongest version of himself. So there was pretty good, character development. So I like that. It's just a little direct to DVD horror movie. It doesn't really, I know what I'm getting into. I just need it to be entertaining and fun. But yeah, there was some good character development. So hey, that's a little bonus. It's like for a cheap little horror movie, like it actually, had some decent characters. Like I said, but their friendship was very believable. Like the characters in this were not bad. Yeah, so that's tight. And then this is the last thing I'm gonna mention. I feel like this is a long video. This is gonna be like cause I got the 4K camera. Man, this is about to be a long upload. I'm about to be posted up for quite some time. But anyways, I thought the character design of some of the antagonists was really good. Like Monster Man, he's all stitched together, and he's got these crazy like dead eyes. He looks fantastic. In some scenes the makeup is better than others. Sometimes it doesn't look that great, but the actual design is really cool. That's like a big reason why I decided to check this out. I just thought the design of Monster Man was really awesome. And then like Monster Man's brother, I believe it is, he's all stitched up and like his torso's like pretty much ripped in half. He looks great. And yeah, just like the effects in general are pretty darn good. They're kind of more hit or miss than some movies. Like sometimes the effects don't look great, but overall, everything is all practical. I would say like the practical effects in this are like a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Like they're pretty good. So yeah, and then there's some, it's not like a slasher movie. There's not a ton of kills, but there's a couple kills, and there is some pretty good gore too. Like there's this in the third act. There's this one throat slit, and it looks fantastic. It looks beautiful. That sounds like I'm sick saying that a throat slit looks beautiful, but I'm like a horror fan. I'm saying like the gore effects, like it looks realistic. It looked good. Like it was a good effect. Like it was a good kill. So yeah, that was the last thing I had on my notes. So I'm gonna get into my recommendation. I'm telling you what, I thought this movie was super solid. I thought it was a great time. Like I was entertained throughout. I wasn't bored. It like I said, like the characters were likable. They felt like real people. Like I'm telling you, like I'm gonna go out I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. I feel like this movie is underrated. Like, I don't think this is on any streaming services. It's like a cheap direct to DVD movie, but I feel like it's underrated. I feel like this is a solid horror movie. And if you like stuff like Texas Chainsaw or Wrong Turn, those backwoods type horror movies, I would say definitely check this out. I don't know if you can rent this anywhere online, but you know, if you could get the DVD cheap, if you could get it for like, you know, 10 bucks, around 10 bucks or less, or even like 15, I would say pick it up, because this is super solid, fun little movie. So that's my recommendation. And yeah, I said everything I want to say about Monster Man, so I'm gonna head out here. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.